Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name's Jeremiah Krakowski, and on this podcast, I talk about ways for you to grow in your life and in your business to get more results, make more money, and grow to the next level. What I want to talk to you about today is creating an offer that sells and finding your target customer. That's the foundation that we got to start with. No matter what you're selling online, no matter what you're doing, you have to know who you're selling to. You cannot sell something without knowing who you're selling it to. And so an offer is what leads people to buy what you're selling. Whether you have a service, you're making an offer for that service. If you're selling physical products, you're making an offer for that physical product. If you have courses, you're making an offer for that course. My landing page, I lead people from my Facebook ads to my landing page for my ads course or my website building course. That's my offer that I'm making. If you create an opt-in offer, it's an offer to get people to sign up, but you're not going to be able to create a successful offer, whether it's a product or service, without first knowing who you're creating the offer for. And this is the number one area I think that my expertise that people hire me for coaching. As I work with them, we identify the market that we're going to target to. You got a product or service, you got an offer. First off, let's build the offer. Let's create something that people want, and then let's put it in front of as many people as possible to get them to buy that. And that's what I help my clients do. And it starts with the starting step of this, because before you can it's like the chicken or the egg. Before you got the offer, you got to know the people, okay? And you can really never know enough about your people. You could be working in a business for 5 years and still not know enough about your people. And so don't ever think that you are not part of this conversation. No matter who you are, learning more about your people is an effort that you will constantly be growing in. And I want you to shift that perspective on there. You will not know everything there is to know about other people. That's a fact. You know, a lot of people say men don't understand women, women and men, they don't get each other. Women understand men a lot better than we do. So you're not going to know your audience better than they do. And so you have to be intentional about the time that you spend learning your audience. And yes, I may lose some people off of saying that on this podcast. You may drop off. There might be some people that they believe they know everything there is to know about their audience. I'm here to tell you, I don't know everything there is to know about my audience, and I've been doing this for 18 years. Okay? So if that's the case for me, if that's the case for Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all of these incredible businesses, billionaires all the way down, trillion-dollar companies all the way down, they don't even know their people good enough to make the best offers. That's where innovation comes from. Innovation comes from constantly learning new things about people. People are evolving. Culture is evolving. It is a moving cycle. People don't stay the same in culture. People are different today than they were before March, before COVID-19 hit. Okay? Their psychology is different. I could get thousands of people, and I did. I was running ads with companies getting 2,000-3,000 people to show up to events last year. Now, I could barely get 100 people to show up at an event at the peak of COVID, and I wouldn't want to anyways, because people don't want to go out and it's just not safe. It's just not something that we want to do. And so wherever you're at on that conversation is irrelevant. And actually, I'm going to go there right now. Your feelings are irrelevant about your target customer. How you personally feel is irrelevant about your customer. How I feel about stuff is not relevant to how you feel, and vice versa when it comes to pointing you to what I do in business. And so the more you learn about your target customer and making what's important the priority, and you lead with that, and you don't walk with pride and ego and believe that you know everything, and you embrace being a learner. You embrace learning what you don't know about your target audience. whether you agree with them or not, whether you agree with how they feel about things or not, does not matter. What matters is how they think, how they feel, how they interact, how they look at the world. Get to know your target customer more than you do your product or service, and you'll be able to sell to people. And so it starts by breaking this down. Who are the people that you can reach? What solution does your product or service offer to people? How does it make their life better? How does, when people use what you have, improve their life? When people listen to my podcast, their life gets better because they are one step closer to making millions of dollars in a business. When people coach with me, they're that much closer by getting in proximity, and I get to work with them and come alongside them to figure out what's working, what's not working in their business, to tune and tweak and fine tune their offers, their ads, their copywriting, their messaging to get more sales in their business. And sales don't care how you feel. I'm serious. This is going to be like, this is cold hard truth hour right now, my people. Your ability to grow in business does not care how you feel about things. You're going to attract people that are most like you. Yes. But if you don't feel good one day, or you feel disappointed, or you feel let down about something, your business doesn't care about that. It's not going to coddle you. It's going to be probably the harshest thing you've ever come in contact with. And your audience is as well. They don't care. They are inherently selfish. And that's where I usually lose a lot of people, because a lot of people don't want to admit that they are selfish. Would you hire me as a coach and not think that it was going to help you get a result? Would you listen to this podcast just because you like me and don't think it's going to help you move forward? If so, that's nice. I appreciate that, but the true answer is no, you wouldn't. You listen to this, you engage with me, you buy my courses, you engage with my content, you coach with me because you believe that I'm able to help you selfishly get a positive result in your business. And your audience is the exact same way. They are extremely selfish. They just care about what is in it for me. And so embrace that. Embrace the fact that your audience only cares about what's in it for them in everything that you do in your business. Your feelings don't matter. They do matter to motivate yourself, right? To not be hard on yourself, to keep your spirits up personally. But to your customers and your offers, they don't. And so that's why we have to lead with, what does the customer want? What do they desire the most? What do they care about? Even if what they care about is irrelevant to you. Even if what they care about doesn't matter to you. Even if what they care about you think is stupid. What matters is it matters to them. And so people don't care how much you know unless they know how much you care. I tell that to my customers and clients all the time. And so you have to show people that you care about their situation. And listen, I know I have a lot of people on this podcast who you might be struggling. You might be struggling to even get out of bed in the morning to build your business. I understand that. It's going to take a level of discipline and tenacity and doing hard things and doing things that you don't normally want to do to get the result that you have. Listen, you are not going to make money in a business until you start doing some of the stuff that maybe you've told yourself that you can't do. And so figure that out. And this is another part where I often lose people in this conversation. I actually looked at the data. This is right where I usually lose people in my podcast. You may have some things on your list of non-negotiables that you've told yourself that you will never do in your business that you have to start doing to get more results. And that could be asking for help and getting guidance and figuring out what you don't know and admitting maybe you were wrong about something. And that's usually where I lose people in my podcast, is when I say that, when I tell people that What's going to get them to the next level is admitting that they might have been wrong, admitting that they don't know everything, admitting maybe they've been prideful, and admitting they might need some help. Because the people that I work with that get the most results with me are finally teachable and ready to admit to themselves, maybe what I've been doing isn't working. Maybe what I've been doing up to this moment in time is not getting me a result. And so I know that. And so what I love is anybody that offends or upsets, I want them to drop off my podcast. I want them to unfollow me. I want them to unsubscribe to me. If I lose 100 followers from me saying that today, that's a good thing. And I love that. And that's where you need to get to, my friends. I actually got a nasty email from somebody for saying that the other day. Don't fear how you look to other people, how they perceive you so much, and be so focused on yourself and your image that you miss serving your target customer, that you miss helping them get a result, that you miss talking about and doing whatever it takes to sell boldly, to get the attention of the people that you're going to help. If your product or service is valuable and can help somebody, you owe it to them and yourself to do whatever it takes to get in front of your target customer, to show them what you do. If you deliver value, if you deliver results, if you deliver transformation, you owe it to your audience to get in front of them, to find the people that you can impact, the specific people. And so you have to become clear about who those people are. You have to become clear about who are you going to be able to impact. You have to become clear about and honest with yourself. And now here's the little, it's gonna hurt a little bit when I say this. Honest with yourself about what you're good at and what you are not good at, and what you need to avoid doing. Many times in business, we're trying to help everybody. We're trying to be all things to all people. You know, I've realized I'm good at helping people motivate them, helping them start staying consistent, moving forward, and with their messaging, getting in front of the right target customer, and how to create offers. And that's what I'm really focusing my business around now, is those topics. And helping you see yourself and see the value that's inside of you. You need to start believing in yourself more. You need to start believing in the value that you bring to the table to other people. Instead of looking for validation from other people, instead of looking for other people to tell you that you have value, start telling yourself that you have value. Maybe somebody told you that that was a bad thing to do, and so you've been avoiding telling yourself that you have value for so long. It's time to stop being so critical of yourself. It's time to stop beating yourself up for what's not working. It's time to stop criticizing yourself for what you are doing wrong. It's not helping you. What will help you is encouraging yourself, becoming your best cheerleader, encouraging yourself to go forward, to do the hard things, to get up every single day, to stay tenacious, to stay consistent in the actions every day, and to do the things that have terrified you on a daily basis. If you can start doing what terrifies you on a daily basis, you are going to be able to grow your business. If you don't, you're going to struggle. That's just the truth. Building a business is scary, it's hard, it's difficult, but what happens is once you start doing it, it becomes easy. Maybe you've heard a podcast that I did about that. I refuse to stress myself out. I refuse to overwork myself. I refuse to push, grind myself to the ground and hurt myself, because I've seen people do that and kill themselves. You have to come from a place of self-acceptance, self-belief, and loving yourself to get more results in your business. When you do that, then you're not looking for validation from other people. This is the secret. This is the key. When you're not looking for other people to validate your value, when you're not looking for other people to tell you that you're good enough, you can start looking to validate other people. And that's what you need to do in your business. You need to start validating your audience. You need to start validating what are their pain points, what are their frustrations, what are their issues. Learn more about their psychology, learn more about what they're dealing with, what they're going through, and stop overthinking if you're doing everything right or wrong. Stop spinning around in your head all the reasons why this isn't going to work out for you, why it's hard, why it's difficult. Stop spinning around in your head why it's so not going to work out, or how everything's going to possibly crash and burn for you and not go the way that you want it. and start getting your eyes off of yourself and onto your target customer. If you're still with me in this podcast, 14 minutes in, I've been saying this, I can speak straight to you. Get your eyes off yourself and get them on your target customer in your business. Think about, what are they dealing with? What are they going through? What are their issues? What are the things that they struggle with the most? When you obsess over that, become completely obsessed with your target customer's issues, you're going to be able to create and develop offers, products, and services that they want, that they desire, that they can't live without, that are insatiably irresistible for them. That's what you want to do, is create irresistible offers. When you do that, what's an irresistible offer? It's something that people just can't live without when they have it because it's so good for them. To create an irresistible offer, you have to know more about your target customer. You have to learn what keeps them up at night, what drives them to take action, who's influencing them, who's speaking into their life, how do they talk to themselves about things. That's why asking questions on your social media is so important. And then you have to create a connection with your audience. You have to create a deep, intimate connection with these people as if they're a close friend. You have to get close to people. You have to get in the trenches with people. You have to let people into your space. And that's where it gets scary, because then people might judge you. They might say things about you. They might disagree with you. They might be haters. Listen, the more you grow your business, the haters are just going to get worse, my friends. That's part of it. That's part of the game. Instead of trying to avoid being slandered or people not liking you, embrace the fact that you can't control what other people are doing, but what you can do is focus on, what are you doing every single day to stay consistent in your business? What are you doing every single day to stay consistent finding your target customer? What are you doing every single day to connect with your target audience? What are you doing every single day to connect with the people that are going to buy from you, to connect with buyers, to connect with people that are going to spend their money with you? If you do that in a business, you will become wealthy. If you consistently make your focus, how can I help others? It's not about your story. What you want to do is you want to tell their story back to them and then put yourself in there and share. I know what it's like because I've been just like you. And that's the truth. When I'm sharing this with you, I've experienced this. I've had to walk through all of this stuff that I'm sharing with you. All of this stuff that I've been sharing for the last 17 minutes is stuff that I've gone through. And as soon as I've made breakthrough each level, it's created more sales and more success in my business. And that's what it's going to do for you as well. Get your eyes off yourself. Get your eyes off of how you feel about things and get them onto your customer. Validate what they're going through. Validate their issues. Validate their experiences. Validate what's hard for them. Even if you don't agree with it, even if you don't think it's relevant, validate it. Because that's going to show that you care, and really care, my friends, like honestly, not just to manipulate people into your ecosystem. Actually care about them. When you come from that place of caring for another person more than yourself, you will be able to sell in your business to them, because what you will create, what you will offer will be relevant to what they need, what they desire, and what they want. And so when you start giving people what they want, you can lead them to what they need and what will change their life. You bait the hook with what they want and lead them to the result that they will get, the result that they need. Most people do not care how smart you are, what you know, or even if you can help them get to the next level. I know that I can help you make $1 million in a business because that's what I've done with people. But you need to know that I know how to get you from where you're at to where you want to be. And your customers are the same way. You need to stop overthinking this process. Start focusing on the other person. Stop focusing on yourself and what's not going right for you. Start encouraging yourself more and start thinking about, how can my strengths be used to help another person? Then you will craft your offer around that and connect with your customer, when your offer is crafted around how can I help another person, you speak right to their issues, right to their problems, right to their pain points, and you connect the dots with problem, problem, problem. This is the problem you have. And by the way, what I sell is the solution that you've been looking for. What I'm offering is the solution to that problem that I know that you have. And you might say, well, how do I know what they have? The people that have the problem that you put out there will be attracted to it when you put that problem in front of them and say, do you have this problem? And the rest will be repelled, and that's what you want. You want people to be repelled away from you that are not your target customer, that are not going to be a good fit for your ecosystem. You want them to not want anything to do with you. You want them to reject you as quick as possible. Rejection will make you wealthy in a business, my friends. You want to get more no's than yeses from people. And when you start really leaning into that, embracing rejection in your business, you'll learn how to offer people what they need by baiting the hook with what they want and leading them to buy from you. That is how you create an offer that sells. You're connecting on an intimate way to other human beings by really caring about them, by delivering value. If you're somebody that delivers value that impacts people, you owe it to them to do that, to learn as much about what they're going through by asking questions. If you have a Facebook group, if you have an email list, growing your email list is so important. There's so much uncertainty on social media now these days. Growing our email list is extremely important. And so for you to take your business to the next level and get more sales, it's time for you to start acting like a professional, to start building it like a professional, to start being consistent every single day. How am I creating profit-producing conversations? How am I connecting with my target customer? How am I connecting with the people that are going to be my buyers? You can connect with people that are going to be your buyers, that are your buyers, even if they don't buy from you. And that's what you need to do, is detach the need for a financial result from your activities. And that's a hard one for most people. Detach your expectation and requirement for a financial result from the activities that you do. You're probably not going to make a whole lot of money in the beginning of building your business, and that is normal. You're going to struggle. You're going to have a hard time. You're probably going to do all the things wrong, and that's good, and you want to do that because you want to learn what's going to work. You want to discover what you don't know about your target customer and figure out how to create and develop and find products and services and create offers that they want that connect with them by getting to know them. You know, when you give a gift to a family member, that's what it's like when you give an offer to your target customer that's going to impact them. It's a gift to them. It will impact them and touch them on that same way. Have you ever seen a company that launches a product that you're just like, that's amazing, this is what I've always wanted? That's it. And that's how you do it, my friends, is by getting to know your target customer better than you know your product or service. Not being emotionally attached to what you sell or the result that comes in, and just being focused on how can I help somebody else? How can I serve them? How can I use my strengths and my abilities to connect with real human beings, not just communicate, but connect with them. Actually let them get into your space, to get to know them, to get to know more about them than they might even know about themselves, which really isn't totally possible, but make that your mission. To get to know your target customers as much as possible and communicate with them and talk with them and build a relationship, a real relationship with the people that you're connecting with. And you will be able to create offers that sell. You will be able to craft your copy in a way that connects with people on a heart level, on an emotional level. People are emotional buyers. They buy because of emotion. You might say, well, I'm not an emotional buyer. That's not true. You are an emotional buyer. All people are. I might lose some people on this episode after saying that. It's funny. Every time I say something that people are like, I don't believe that, I watch the numbers. They dip on my YouTube and on my Spotify. It's really funny. It's great. It's fine. Once we learn to understand and believe the truth and realize that what we've been doing isn't working, we can start to get a result. And that's what I love to do with my clients that I coach and connect them with. How to build a business, how to create offers, how to write copy, how to make ads that get sales, customers in their business. And if you're somebody that needs some help doing that, I'd love to talk with you. Schedule a 15-minute call with me for free. You're not an inconvenience. You don't need to have everything all together in your business, and you don't need to have it all figured out before we get on the phone. We will be able to talk for 15 minutes about where you're at to figure out what your next steps are. And that's what I'd love to help you with, is identifying what are your next steps in your business to take it to the next level, my friends. You can be successful in business, but you have to believe in yourself and believe that it's possible. And I'd love to help you on that journey. You can click the link in my website that says free call. It's jeremiahkrakowski.com/free call. Schedule a call with me. Or if you want, you can win a free 30-minute call with me by leaving #GrowYourLife on my Instagram. I pick one winner every single week on Sunday that leaves #GrowYourLife on there. We'll talk soon, everybody. I believe that you can get more sales in your business. You ready to go out and do it? Let's do it.